Hello, I am Lucas and this is the 6th devlog. Today I've been working on Fish Armstrong's hugging animation, and even pretty much finishing it. I've also finished the fish that is huggable by Fish Armstrong, making it happy instead of grumpy when it's been hugged, as well as changing its color from dark and boring to bright and colorful when it's hugged. We realized that I've made the swimming upwards part of the swimming animation of Armstrong smaller than the rest of Fish Armstrong, so I've fixed that as well. And then I also started with the help screen where you can click buttons such as controls or music on and off, which I've also made buttons for. There have been some minor things that had to be changed with some graphics I've done, which I've also fixed for now at least. Lastly, I've also made the flexing animation on Fish Armstrong, which he uses to scare the sharks away.
I have a lot of exciting news today as the game is starting to come together nicely, and we are currently working on the last finalizations like score and HP system for the game. The main mechanics of the game are currently basically done, and we are polishing a few things like the shark AI that Adam has been working on is coming along very nicely. He's planning on adding a turn resistance, so the shark won't turn instantly. I will show you why in a little bit. As I said, it currently looks a bit janky. I personally have finalized the animations. All the animations methods are implemented, both for hugging shark, the small fish, and the main fish, except for animations that we haven't received any sprite sheets for yet. The drawing was a bit hard. We especially for the player. In the end, we resulted in I have to use different ways of flipping and rotating the sprite to get a nice looking player model and not a upside down janky fish that looks like he's drank too much last week. Last week isn't that bad, but you get what I'm saying. It looks like this. So as you can see, for example, for the up rotation, it checks firstly if what way he's facing or which way he's moving with the use of the velocity, and then if the flip sprite is set to none, as the sprite sheet looks like this, and then the frame is set to the second row, and the rotation is set to 0. And we use a vector for the frame selection, as it's way simpler to change what animation is playing. If you want the animation that shows the fish swimming upwards or swimming to the side, etc., it's a lot easier to do it with. You have a vector that you can simply put, for example, if you wanted to swim upwards. Alright, the upwards animation is on the second row of the sprite sheet, so you simply say that that's number 1 or second, and that's it. And then you just have to basically rotate the X value with the timer, and you don't have to do it for any other thing. I have also added a hugging animation, which I would show you right here. 1 second. Now this is the start of the menu. I am currently working on finalizing it. We will add buttons, and we will also add a pause menu later on. But this is only the way. There will be some buttons, the text of the name of the game, and some option settings, and possibility to be able to turn on and off the music too. But when you spawn in, you are currently just a fish. Ignore the shark, he is janky as I said. But as you can see, when I swim upwards, the sprite is set to the upward swimming animation. Also when I hug another fish, let's see if I can manage to hug, you can see I will just scare away these sharks. 1 second. There we go. Alright, when I hug these fishes, you see they simply teleport to the player and then just swim away once the animation is done. It looks like they get scared away, but let's just say they're happy they're getting hugged. What other thing would it be? We have also finished flexing, so you can now scare away. Yeah, right. Another thing is, if you see here, when I swim down to the corner, for example, the camera stops moving, but the player can still go all the way to the edge of the screen, and it won't to the side, and then once you go upwards, this is also implemented by me. I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's very simple. You simply once the player is at a certain position, you can simply check where he is, and then you simply set the camera to a static position depending on where it is that I have calculated. So you can see here see, for example, the top. If the player is at a position that would make that the camera turns outside of the window we want the player to see, then the camera stops moving, and you simply get set to a constant position. Same goes for the Y coordinate. Yeah, that's it. We are very happy with how this is starting to turn out. We will update you tomorrow again, as always, and stay tuned.